guys. Um, Today I want to talk about some crazy stuff. It might be a little bit personal, but I do want to talk about it because obviously I've got it in my mind and everything, and it's not really helping anybody. So let's talk about this, right? This is a live stream which is being streamed right now. This is a Google Meet which is which is live, active right now. This is the link, and I did share it. Check this out. This is how funny this is. I shared this to two specific groups. Now, the reason I shared it to those two groups is because I've seen less engagement, interaction from those groups. So I shared it to those two groups. And I can tell you, it's been 10, 15 minutes. I'm still here. I'm still here. Not a single person. This is the type of stuff why I said it's going to be personal. It annoys me. You get brothers here, for example. I mean, obviously nobody knows who he is. He knows who he is, right? He's asking questions. That's fine, right? So he's one of the. I've made him a group admin. He does ask questions, which is great. This is the type of interaction I want to see. I want to see you engage with me. Ask me something. So here's a brother. He's asking me something, and I'm going to answer his question for him. But the rest of you guys just don't. This doesn't make any sense. I don't even know why I'm even there. Why do I even waste my time? Right, let's go to another thing as well. I just want to quickly show you before I go into the content. I'm sure some of you guys will just probably leave now. I'm not even going to ask you to like, share, and subscribe. Just, because this is what it is. It's like I'm just getting annoyed. So I'm getting annoyed because obviously what I'm seeing, right? And I'm saying, okay, guys, X, Y, Z, this is what I'm seeing. And I need to start filtering out the serious from non-serious. And this is what happens. You go from 189 views to 66 views. People just dropping off, 41. Why? Because I said I'm going to go membership. Seriously. I'm not asking for your money. Do you not get it? Right? Why do I say that, I need members? Well, let me show you why do I need members. I'll show you. Right? Let me just quickly show you why I say members. This is a member. Look. This is a member. He's got his membership badge there. He's a new member. He's got his member badge there. Look. He's the only person here who's even bothered to come and actually comment. Only person. All of these views, you got what? How many? 20 views. Not a single person bothered to comment, like, or share. I mean, okay, few people probably liked here. You can see this, but look at this. This one brother is giving me more and more. What do you call this? He's helping the algorithm. He's helping that. I mean, my videos were for the community, friends and family. Other people have come along, great. They're finding benefit. They're viewing it. 189, 200 views. That's what they're seeing. Great. But this is one brother. You'll find him on pretty much every video where he's supporting this channel. He's even a member. I don't even know why I'm even taking a membership from him. I should be paying him. I should be paying him. Do you see what I mean? So this is the kind of stuff that really annoys me, that regardless what I do, I've got one or two people who are genuinely coming to kind of help out the channel. Genuinely helping out the channel, right? But the rest of them, I don't know what you guys want. I mean, I don't understand. So I don't know, why am I wasting my time? In fact, there's one particular brother. I'm in 3 groups with him. Why? Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, So yeah, this is the kind of stuff that is just kind of bugging me. Look at this. I'm still here. No one's here. Do you know what I mean? This is on a live, but I'm gonna just delete the live stream. I don't really need this. I'm just gonna delete it because what's the point? I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to build the community. I'm trying to help people out. But if you're not gonna give me the chance, it doesn't work. So on the membership section, I'm going to basically refund the brothers. I am going to refund the brothers. So there's a couple of brothers there. I'm going to refund them. I don't want your money. I understand where they are. I'm going to leave some of the crazy one-to-one ones and this and that. So yeah, if somebody wants a one-to-one discussion with me, now you're going to pay for it. But other than that, bro, I don't, I really appreciate. I mean, these brothers here who came in and who put all the comments and everything there. Where is it? I can't even see. All right. Where they put the comments and everything. I mean, stuff like this. Where is it? This one. I think he was on this one as well. I think he was in this one, if I'm correct. Let's have a look. No, he wasn't on this one. Okay, he wasn't on this one. Let's see if he was on another one. He's pretty much everywhere. I mean, whenever I look around, I always see him somewhere. I think he's on this one. He's on this one. Drive time, lifetime. Yeah, there you go. He's on this one as well, right? So what I'm trying to say is he's there everywhere. I don't even know why I should be paying him. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cancel his membership. I don't want his membership. He's good. He'll get a direct invitation to my members group, which I'm going to create. But it's not even a members group. It's just basically for people who are actually serious, right? I just thought, this is what it has been. Few days I've been watching and watching and watching. I'm like, what's going on? I mean, it is so pathetic, right? Sorry, this video is going in a different direction, but I just wanted you to see this, right? Where is it? The analytics. Where's the analytics? Go to channel analytics, right? So let's go to channel analytics. And this is hilarious. This is hilarious, right? This is what I wanted to show you guys what's going on. Okay, this, sorry, yeah. So these are different views, right? Reach, engagement. Now I want to show you the engagement. Watch this, and you're going to be kind of, where is it? Average view. So my videos are like 30 minutes long, and that's all I get. Do you know what I mean? It's just those kind of things you see. Like, it's like, what's going on here? You know, where is it? Reach. Let's have a look at reach. Okay. Here. So I've got external people coming, YouTube search, browsers, and all of that and everything. And if you look at traffic, this is coming from the WhatsApp groups that I'm sending to. This is coming from the WhatsApp business group that I have, which I share to about 4 or 5 groups. This is what's coming. This, you know. So you see what I mean? It's hilarious, right? So it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I look at all of this stuff and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? You know, where is this channel actually going? Audience. Let's have a look at audience, right? Watch this. Not subscribed, not subscribed, subscribed. It doesn't make any sense. Nothing makes any sense. You know what I mean? I mean, it just, when you look at this type of stuff, like some days you got, here you got, for example, this is today, right? Returning viewers, 35, new viewers, 26, right? So this was some of the videos. So you can see each of the videos shows up here, what I'm getting. You know, I'm looking at all of this stuff. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, why am I even wasting my time on this stuff anymore? You know what I mean? It's like, who am I doing it for? So leave that aside. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Now let's go into this particular question. I just hope you guys understand. Liking, sharing, subscribing, it doesn't cost you anything. That's all I'm asking. It doesn't cost you anything. And obviously memberships, I'm going to switch some of those off. I don't want the money from the brothers. I mean, same brothers helping me out, same brothers. Oh, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, into the content for today. Enough of the moaning. Honestly, I'm just so angry. I'm so angry. Anyway, so the brother asked me, in order to buy alts before, you had to buy and sell into BTC, right? BTC would get some sort of pump out of this. Nowadays, most alts you can buy without buying BTC, just thinking this must have some sort of an impact. Just wanted your thoughts on this. Now, let me give you my thoughts on this. Very simple, okay? Let's go to the coin market cap. So let's find the coin market cap. Let's find this one, coin market cap. So here we go, coin market cap. Now, let's explain how this whole system works, the ecosystem works. So, sorry, the ecosystem. Now, what happens here? Actually, let's try and see if I can go to, let's open an exchange. Let's open Binance for the second, right? I just want to show you something. We'll forget all of this. Let's go to markets. Exchange, blockchain, market. Let's go to market. I just want to show you something, just so you understand what's going on, right? It's very important. You have to understand this. Right now, if this is a pair, TRX versus BNB, right? So this is a trade. This is a pair, right? Let's go to BTC market. Actually, let's go to BTC. So Ethereum versus BTC. What this is saying is, if you bought Ethereum with Bitcoin, and if Ethereum price goes up against Bitcoin, then you get more Bitcoin. The opposite is true. If Ethereum price goes down and Bitcoin price goes up, then you get more Ethereum. That's what a pair is. Please understand. So it's one for the other. So, you know, you can trade, you know, buy DOT with BTC and do that. Now, understand what I'm trying to say. If you bought DOT with dollar and it's pegged to the dollar, and if DOT goes from $20 to $21, then you're only making $1. You're not making another dot. You're only making $1. However, you bought, say 100 dot with one Bitcoin. Just as an example, you bought 100 dot with one Bitcoin. What happens then is dot price goes up by $1. Well, now you have enough money to buy 1.1 Bitcoin. So your dot buys 1.1 Bitcoin. That's the whole purpose of the pair. So when you're looking at the pair, these are the prices in the pair. This is the price of one BNB in a pair. So what happens when this number flips over and comes over here? The price goes up. You can see the price goes up. You can see that this is where we are right now. So if the price moves up, it's got nothing to do with this. This is just a reference of this. But this value in BTC is what matters. Does that make any sense to you? This is what matters. So once you start seeing these numbers flip, you're getting more Bitcoin. That's the whole reason of Bitcoin pair. So for example, if we look at altcoin pairs, these are altcoin pairs. This is BNB against Ethereum. Currently, one BNB is worth this much, or currently worth this much, right? But if this flips over, then what happens? Like today, it already has. It's done a 3% more. So you got 3% more Ethereum if you use BNB for it. Make any sense, right? This is what it is. This is how the pairs work, right? So why do we still need pairs? Is it relevant? So coming back to your question, which you asked here, right? Nowadays, most you can buy without buying BTC. Of course, you don't need BTC. Why do you? Back in the days, now coming back to this question, right, back in the days, where is it, this one here? Back in the days, what happened was, let's go to this one. In the days, we only had 3 or 4 coins here. So when we're going way back, 3 or 4 coins here. And, even until like 2015, I would say. So from 2010, 2011, 2015, everything you could buy was with BTC, because one BTC is worth one BTC. So everything had to be traded, crypto had to be traded in BTC. Then came along, what was it? I think it was called Mastercoin or something like this, and then Ethereum, right? So then what happened was, obviously Ethereum you had to buy with BTC. So people bought it with BTC. Over time, more and more institutions created fiat on-ramps and off-ramps, which means over time, more and more, like now you can definitely buy anything with cash. You don't even need anything. You can go to an exchange and buy with cash because they have the fiat on-ramp, off-ramp, or they have an exchange functionality where they will convert it and they will do all the back-end dealing for themselves. But nowadays, because of Ethereum and BNB, or to be more precise, blockchains, so because of many blockchains, right, what's happening is you actually, so for example, this is a really good one. Any ERC20 token, you can just buy and sell for any ERC20 because it's part of this ecosystem. Any BEP20 token, BEP20, which is Binance protocol 20, anything on Binance chain, you can trade in between them. You don't need any other third means. And I'm going to get back to this one in a second, right? So you can trade anything within the BEP zone, a BEP20, and here ERC20, for example, in the Cardano, I think it's the ADA ecosystem, right? Where's the other one? DOT, you can do it in the DOT ecosystem. Uniswap is nothing, so there's a different story about that. But what I'm trying to say is Solana, for example, that's a blockchain, you can go there. Now, this is where I want to pick up on you and show you something crazy. So we talked about BEP, we talked about, DOT ecosystem, we talked about Cardano ecosystem, right? Ethereum is in ERC20. Well, check this out. Where is it? Polygon Matic is an ERC20. But Polygon Matic does something quite unique. Polygon Matic is a layer 2 solution on top of Ethereum. So even though they are both the same, they are both ERC20. When you go to Polygon Matic, guess what? When you, like the actual platform, right, you can use Ethereum, but guess where you get the best rewards? If you use Matic. Think about that. Why did they do it this way? Well, they did it this way because they want their coin to get that valuation. And now you can actually build on Polygon. So Polygon has allowed you to, they've created technology where you can actually build a Polygon style ERC20. Isn't that a bit crazy? But Polygon Matic is an ERC20, which is the same as an Ethereum. So how does Polygon do this? You know, but what it does, it uses sharding technology and all sorts of other layer 2 solutions basically on top to make sure that they have cheap as hell fees. That's what it is, almost near to cheap, near to nothing. So that's how this works. But then I want to show you something else because it gets really, really crazy. You know, when we're talking about why would people want BTC and thing. Well, check this out. Let's go to find it. It's there. I know it's there. It's on the top page. I'm trying to find it. All right, here. No, forget that. Forget that. That's BEP2. We know that. It's okay. Forget that. I don't want to talk about that one. Let's go to WBTC if I can find it. It should be here somewhere. WBTC. If I can't find it, I'll just search it. All right. Let's go for WBTC. Wrap BTC. WBTC. Right? WBTC. Oh my days. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Wrap BTC, World BTC, Compound Wrap BTC, Aave Wrap BTC. I don't. Okay, I'm not sure about these ones. I'll forget about those ones. We can talk about Compound and we can talk about Wrap BTC. So let's go to Wrap BTC just for the sake of this particular thing. One Wrap BTC equals one BTC. Now, why on earth would somebody need a Wrap BTC? Somebody try and explain that to me, right? So what's happening here? Why do we need a wrap BTC? Has anyone actually even thought about that? What is a wrap BTC? Is it an independent coin? No. Each wrap BTC is backed by exactly one Bitcoin, right? That means if somebody takes their Bitcoin, gives it to this particular company, whoever they are, right, and locks up their one Bitcoin, they will get one wrap Bitcoin, right? They will get one wrap Bitcoin. And then if they turn around and they later on they want to get rid of their wrap BTC, they exchange it, they'll get their Bitcoin back. But why do they need any of this? That's the question. Why do they need this? Well, I'll show you why they need this. Because it's made on Ethereum. So they're using an ERC20, you see here, they are using a wrap BTC token, an ERC20 standard, right, in order to interact with the Ethereum blockchain. Okay, does that make any sense to you? That's what they are trying to do. They are trying to take this technology like Bitcoin and use the price valuation to go and modify, like go and work with other products basically. So in order for that, how do we check this? Let's have a look at Uniswap, for example. Uniswap. Right, so let's have a look at Uniswap, right? So here on Uniswap, right, when you go use Uniswap, whatever, you go here, you'll find your pairs. So this is obviously the Ethereum ecosystem. Remember, this is the Ethereum ecosystem, right, where you have all of this 10,795 shitcoins, right? So question is how do you go and interact with those shitcoins? Well, it's very simple. Check this out. You can take your Ethereum, which is the base layer, and then you can go and find yourself some tokens. And look, there's no shortage of tokens. Every single shitcoin there is on this planet, and it will take it, you got 10,000 to load, will come up. Every single shitcoin will come up. And then you can have a pair here. So for example, I wanted to pair, right? I wanted to trade my Ethereum to it. That's what I'm going to do. But where is this going? Back to Bitcoin, my brother. This is back to Bitcoin. I mean, I'll give you a better one. You see, this is ETH. Well, did you know there is another one called WETH? You didn't know that, did you? This is a wrapped Ethereum. Why do we need a wrapped Ethereum? Because some of these ERC20s actually do not work with the proper Ethereum, right? Or the fees are going to be high. These WETH are slightly different protocols connecting Ethereum. Does that make any sense to you? So we have a wrapped Bitcoin and a wrapped Ethereum, both running on the Ethereum network. So is it relevant? Is it not? Of course it is. Okay? That's what you got to understand, yeah? Is it relevant? Is it not? Of course it is. So there's a lot of stuff going on that you have to understand. End of the day, they are all. So when the WETH, for example, when people trade and do all of this, it reflects back on this because it's pegged to this. And same happens when they mess around with WBTC. The same thing as you saw when we were here. You can search WBTC again, and what you will see is WBTC, right? You will see the price 32,517. 32,517. Now, if you go back here, right, you will see 32,400 and something. So there's a bit of a lag, but it's going to always be pegged to the same price. The system mechanism knows this. It's going out live and it's checking the outside data and it's coming back. This is the beauty about Ethereum, where you can use oracles to actually go and track something. So you can use an oracle inside the code and go and track it. So simple to do, right? So that's what's happening right now. So, bro, your question, is it relevant? Is it not? Is Bitcoin going to go down? It's very relevant. Because most of the, remember, like all of this 10,000, so this 10,796 coins, only one of them is Bitcoin, right? And one of them is Ethereum, for example. Or let's just say top 100. We know there's 10,600 scams there. Very simple, 10,600 scams there. So if there's a 10,600 scams, they all need to use Ethereum to power their network. But sometimes they want to kind of lock, stake, or do something or earn some money from there. So for example, let's find another one here. Let's give me a second. Let's go to Aave. So they might want to go to and want to earn some money, right? Let's go. They want to earn some money here. They say, okay, like we want to lock up some money and earn some money. So they might say, let's go into this. Let's see how much. So to market size is this much. Deposit API. So if you deposit, look, if you deposit, and this is the problem, you've got no Bitcoin here, by the way. So but now you can interact with the actual borrowing, lending. You can go here and you say, right, if I deposit, how much am I going to get? So they're saying if you deposit, you get this much. If you borrow, then this is the percentage, right? If you variable borrowing, whatever that is there. So what they're saying is you put your Bitcoin in there and work with the market. You know, if you didn't want to do that, you know, you can actually go and you can trade other stuff, right? So this is what this is like. Look, true USD. Who the hell is that? But the point is, it's pegged to the USD. This is pegged to the USD, right? Everybody is trying to peg something in order to basically get into the market and use it. So it is very relevant. And this price here would also reflect over there. Because remember, one WBTC is backed by one real Bitcoin. All right, and a lot of it is there. And even when it comes to WETH, where is it? Let me see if I can find it here. This gets crazy. When you see a WETH, it's like, why would we need a wrapped Ethereum? Hold on. So yeah, not much here. Let's come back here. Let's see if we can find it here. This is hilarious. Yep, there we go. This is the one. All right, because I know the icon. I've used it before, right? This is an Ethereum wrapped Ethereum. Yes, she's here. She's here. So this is Ethereum wrapped Ethereum. Does that make any sense? Pegged to the Ethereum. Why would we need something like this? Okay. So hope this kind of explains what's going on. Now, let's leave all of this. Let's go into the chart. Now that I've had a bit of a, I've let some steam out. Right, let's have a look at this. Right, this one's for everybody. Right, as I said, I'm gonna scrap the members thing anyway. I can't bother with that. What's the problem? Why did the market go and do this? Why did we have this very bearish push down and come and do this? Why did we come and do this? Literally, this is what we did. Why did we do this? You know, what was the problem here? Right? So that's the question right now. We need to answer this question, right? We need to figure out why the whole market decided to go and smash right through all of these levels here, right? All of these levels here, smash right through and come down here. Why? What was the situation? What was the reason? Right? We need to understand why, you know, what was going on here. Well, let's go back into this. Let's start off with the BLX to understand what's going on. So you see here, we've got this trend line. So you got this very lovely trend line. This is a daily trend line, right? So it's kind of got 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. So we've got this lovely, you know, trend line. Well, very recently we fell below. Okay, if you look carefully, we fell below. And what you're realizing is it's trying to get back into this channel. Every time it tries, big rejection. Every time it tries, big rejection. Every time it tries, big rejection. But one other thing you have to notice on this rejection is every time it rejects, it's getting, like, this was big, slightly bigger, so smaller, smaller, smaller. It's getting tinier. So that means they're running out of steam. So within this, I'm seeing a slight bullish divergence. So what I'm seeing is this, right? And I'm saying, okay, so this is what you're trying to do, and this is what we're trying to do, right? So you see this bearish and bullish divergence within this zone. So what it's trying to do is, if you can see carefully, it's trying to re-enter this zone. And what is this zone? So I have to go on a weekly to show you. So let's get rid of this for now. What is this zone? You might be asking. Well, this zone is from 2020, the dump from 2020 all the way up to here. But it gets even more insane. This barrier, this level that we have been trading below, is from 2019. So what we're trying to do is the entire history of BTC, and I've talked about this before as well, entire history of BTC, right? From the January 2011, we've been up above this line. So this is our baseline, right? This is our baseline. We've been above it. I mean, if I end up connecting the dots here, this gets even more insane. You're going to freak out even more. So if I was to take a single line, right, and I say, right, I'm going to connect 3 points, 4 points, whatever, however many points, I want to keep it on there. This would be your trend line. So what you're seeing here, right, what you're seeing here is we've got points here touching. So this would be the bounce, 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 right? That's what you'd be seeing. But what I did, I said, no, I don't want to be like, do it from the top of the market. I want to see where we've started these runs. So I did it from here, and I said, right, I'm going to leave it here as a median line, and fairly close, as you can see, right? But one beautiful thing about this was when we drew this line, we actually hit this $65,000 level bang on the dot. So that, to me, is more accurate. So what we're saying is we've been below this for a very long time, and every time we've gone, we're trying to go and break this, we're going to have a new all-time high. We're going to have one of these runs, but right now the market doesn't want us to, which is fine, right? The market doesn't want us to, and we've come into this bottom channel here in this wedge, and we fell below, and right now we're also trying to do this. We're trying to get up as well, right? So we had a very bullish candle here, very bullish, an indecisive candle last week. This is this week's candle, slightly lower, but it's below the line. So it wants to get above the line. That's what it is. When we're looking at the money flow, what are we seeing this week? Saying, well, oversold, you need to put some more money. Everything is indicating oversold, put some money in. This one mentioning so bearish, we are so bearish, we're not we're so bearish, you should be buying right now. If we go bullish, like if the blue comes here, blue line, it becomes a blue line, then we'll get ready, it's going to get insane, So all of these lines are saying that everything is bearish right now, where we want to go basically. So these lines, I mean, this is just insane, right? How we were holding support, came down here, and when that push happened, remember, every time push happens, it's like everything crashes, and then there's a avalanche effect basically, where when we break that line, the resistance is broken, the support is broken, and then everyone's getting liquidated one by one, right? So that's what's happening here. This is this one, again, same thing. Now and I'll be honest with you, I was personally expecting for us to hold this channel, right? Not re-enter this level here, hold this channel. But I did kind of think about it, and I said, right, what's the worst case scenario that we might have if we did? So I put it down here, and as you can see, right, this line here, we did so every time we entered this zone here, we ended up getting a bounce, and this is on an hourly. You can see every hour it's been trying to constantly keep it above this line, right? So it's just one of those kind of levels that you have to just kind of monitor what's going on, and this is pretty much proportionate to the thing. So I need to put another fib in, honestly, and double check what's going to happen now. If we did get a low, how low we're going to go, right? Because it's very important to find out. So if we did a low here and we do this, we need to see how low can we go. So 31k still in play, right? 31k still in play. If we're going back up again, then 33k would be the number to look for. I mean, currently 32,875 flashing. Again, somebody wanted to buy at 32,800. I think they bought it at 32,500, which is great on them. So let's move over to this one. Okay, now this is something obviously you guys seen, right? Listen, there's a lot of advanced techniques I'm using. I won't show all of them obviously, and as I said, you know, there's a lot going on. Right, so let me show you this anyway. Let me show you this, how this works. So I'm tracking the channels. I'm like, okay, trends. This is a trend line. The purple is a trend line. The blue is a trend line. The red is a trend line. So I'm following the downward trend lines. And I'm saying, okay, if we were to break the trend, where would we have to break the trend? Where is it going to be broken, right? Where is all of this going to be broken? That's what it is, right? So you can see when we entered the trend, we had power moves moving up. We had power moves moving up. And remember, this trend line I've always maintained to you, this is a micro trend line. It's not a confirmed trend line. This means this could easily adjust. It could easily do this whenever. It doesn't matter, right? So we can actually put this here as well. It doesn't matter. This is just a imaginary trend line for now. Think about it that way. But anyway, these boxes, or not boxes, but these little lengthy triangles that I drew, these range, they are permanent. And what you will see is, you know, we find resistance and we break into it, which is fine. We find resistance and we break into it. You know, here we had support and we break down, right? So you can see each time we're finding traffic, each time we find a heavy traffic area, right? What we're doing is these lines actually holding as support and resistance. Here it held as support, you know, here it broke support, you know, here it became resistance. So same thing. And now look, I mean, this is just insanity. We touched exactly on this part. So let me take this line off. I know, here you go. So you can see the color. You can see that exactly on this point. I mean, you can't beat that, right? Exactly on this point, we actually got our support for this one candle. So, I mean, is it likely to break down? Definitely likely to break down. I mean, I've looked at it. If I put a fib on it, and this is, and you can see here as well, we had the rejection here. So if we go to the rejection point, and currently where we are, right, what we have to see, we're seeing it already, we got rejected here because they don't want it to go up. That would be your upside. And if we were to double check on the downside and see how low we can go, so let's have a look, and let's just do it momentarily from this particular level here. We're looking at the 31.3 to 30,298. So you can see that the 1618 is showing us back in this range. So if we were to come back in this range, what we're looking at is, if I did put that there, if I just put something here like this, just a little line, just to mark it and put it in red or something. And let's make it bigger. Here we go. So next time we come in, you can see what we talked about. So this would be the level that we're looking at if we did come down, you know, to come and buy basically. So it's the 30,300 approximately, right? Which is converges with this. So this would be the inside range and support of this particular range level here, right? Provided we don't bounce back. If we keep on coming down, then this would be where we would bounce. First support, first major support, second major support, and then it's a different story. But I don't think we're going to go in there, because remember how I'm tracking all of this. So I've got a feeling we're going to have a bounce, and then we're going to test this again. We're going to test this again. Yesterday's video, I mentioned to you, I said, look, whenever we come to certain levels, and I told you, I said we were down here, and I said we're bound to come back down here. Unfortunately, we broke down. Okay, we broke down. So things like this happen, but look where the support has been found. The support is within this box. So every time we're trying to break out of this box, right? Remember, this is pretty much the same as this, but in a different way. This is my own special technique, all right? My own special technique that I use to calculate mathematically what's going to happen. This is more of a kind of basic, easy way to do it, right? But What are we seeing here? Number one, we're seeing that the box itself was a heavy resistance area. The bottom of the box is a support area. Did we find support? Yes. But what's the other story that's happening here? Has anyone even noticed yet? Well, remember, this is our wedge. This is our wedge. And our wedge, remember I told you, our wedge, we were down here when we drew the wedge, somewhere down here. Our wedge can bounce and come all the way up to this level here. This 25, this is what I said, 25. I mean, if it goes lower, then we've got lower price targets we've talked about before as well. But for now, this is what I'm seeing. We can come down because we're inside a wedge, right? You know, you got a wedge. So we recently, right? Recently we did this, peaked up first time, came down, peaked up second time, right? Held support, and then found resistance. So what happened here, if you look carefully, if I just go back into this, if you look carefully, we broke above, right? And the bears came back in and said, no, we gotta get down. So people who bought here, basically institutions or whatever who bought here, they said sell here. They didn't want it to go above this because that would flip the market. So they pushed it back out. Trade it again, you know, and they said, no, we've got to push it back down, pushed it back down again. Eventually now we've got this push here. So we found rejection. Every time we've come in around these levels, we were finding rejection. They don't want it to go above the 35K. In fact, I can bet you any money they want it to come to this 25K. They want it. So because the bulls were out, right, and we managed to push it above the wedge, they pushed it back down to the wedge. And right now you can see battle of the wedge. It's literally fight happening to get it back above the wedge. That's what's happening right now. Okay, so I am expecting a nice little rebound here. The 31,700 would be a lovely rebound, as we talked about here. So where is it? I think I just deleted it. Yeah, so 31,700. Let me put another one on for you. There you go. So this 31,700 would be a lovely little bounce area here. There it is, 31,745. Actually, I didn't delete it, it was here. Yeah, this would be a lovely little rebound. If not, then we are going to test out this 30. And if not, then we might even go down to test the 29 and this and that, right? So this 31.75, which we drew down here somewhere, as you can see, this would be a lovely little bounce area if we did have a bounce today. And if we are going to be bullish. But I don't know if I mentioned, I mean, last week, I think I mentioned it on a video or a group or something, or someone, I can't remember. But I did say this week, because of how, I think I said on a video, I said the weekend, so last weekend, we were expecting it to be bearish, but it ended up being bullish, right? Which is bad. And I said that if the weekend was bearish, then the weekdays would be bullish. But because the weekend was bullish, means the weekdays are going to be bearish. So I did mention this already on the video, I think. If I remember, it was a video. So that's what's going on. Now, let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum, same thing, just kind of got rejected. Massive rejection here, though, massive rejection. We did manage to get all the way up here. Almost broke down this thing and kind of went to this level, like targeting this level. Massive rejection, but this rejection again got to do with the total dump. And I want to talk about total. Let's go to the total. What's the market doing? So remember earlier on I showed you how the BLX works, right? So here's the BLX. So this is in reverse. So BLX is for Brave New Liquid Coin for Bitcoin. And we're trying to get above this line. So you can see we're doing everything to get back into this zone and continue the market. That's what we're doing on the Bitcoin's total market cap. Hold on. This is the global market cap. This is the global market cap, the entire market cap, the entire 10,796 coins. What is this attempting to do? And what is this constantly failing to do? This is the power that you have to understand about these kind of, so, I mean, obviously it's my own method of the way I draw stuff. This is obviously other people do it. That's a different story. But look where we've been getting rejection. Why? Has anyone even thought about it? You see? It's my own custom, unique way of doing it. Rejection. Every time we're getting rejection on this specific level, right? This, and I'll be precise. I'll tell you what the rejection point is. This gets crazy. We can actually put a price on that rejection, right? This is nuts, right? Imagine we put up exact price and we know that every time we come on that point, we're going to get rejected. Check this out. 1.48 trillion. It seems every time we go to this 1.48 trillion, we get a rejection, right? We get a rejection. In fact, this particular, we drew this. We actually drew the Fibonacci, and it seems to be a Fibonacci level. So it seems that right now on this, when we did this calculation, right, based on this, so let me just get rid of this. Actually, I'll leave it. Give me a second. Let me leave it there. Based on the Fibonacci, it seems like this 236, this 1.47, $1.48 trillion level is become a resistance. We're just trying to break this. So far, we wicked above it. So far, I'll be honest. Look, how many times? 3 times we've wicked above it. We just can't beat it, right? For whatever reason, we just cannot beat it. So that's what's going on. In order for us to beat it, what do we have to do? 1.57, so just not bad, and just a billion basically. If we can do 100 billion, we should be all right, you know. Also, looking at this on the other side, let's have a look on the other side. Yeah, so some ranges are changing, but again, so far what we're seeing is the 1.2 to be a stable number. So if we did drop down, then 1.2, again, it's been happening so long. 1.2 trillion has constantly been a support range, you know. So, but this is not good. This is not good. I mean, it's good for the alts, right? If the market does this, in a sense, it is good for the alts. But we need to see Bitcoin starting to move. Now, what I mean by that is you got the dominance here, 44. Ethereum dominance is picking up, which is good. Bitcoin volume is just insane. It's nothing, right? The global volume, $81 billion. A lot of these coins and currencies are moving into these stuff here, right? So what we're looking at is these stuff here. And yesterday, you see this spike. This is hilarious. How can you have a spike on the USDT? Well, I'll tell you what happened on USDT. All of a sudden, GBP and USDT, the pair, the foreign exchange rate changed. And I'll let's have a look. Can you hear this? Okay, so the stream is live now, so let's have a look. So sorry about that. Okay, so what you saw before was actually something completely different, right? So this is actually what I'm trying to show you, right? So now what you're going to be seeing is the actual video, right? The way how what's working on. So let me show you this. All right, let's get rid of this. Let me remove this, and let's just keep this there. Okay, give me a sec. Not this one. All right, where are we? Find it. Okay, so we're in this chart basically. This is what's going on. So this is what I was looking for. So we're on this specific chart. What I'll do is I'll stop this one because I want to show you a complete different chart. So give me a second. Let me find that chart. I think it's this one. Yes, this chart. So I want to show you this chart here basically and show you what's going on. Right. Right. So you see this thing I showed you just a little while ago, right? I want to show you what's the lowest possible if we were to come down here. How low can we go, right? So we want to quickly double check. So if I take this particular range and if I put it down here, and if I just show you how low we can actually expect. So this is actually how low we can actually expect on this, right? So earlier on, remember I said we were expecting to be around here based on the Fibonacci. So we were using the Fibonacci here and saying, okay, if we did get a low, we'd expect a low around here. And we put a red line. Remember, we put a red line just here, right? And that video was actually, what you call this? Was pre-recorded, right? So I was playing that. Now this is actually completely live. So what I did was I went back and I said, okay, what's the actual possibility? So based on the numbers that we have, right? So we're looking at the current numbers on the time frame. So on an hourly time frame, it seems that we could be potentially looking at the 29K, right? So this 29K is actually on the play right now. So here, if I put this here, 29K, so this is a line here, 29K is what we're looking at. However, if we did have a pump, right, so we want to also calculate the pump. If we did have a pump today, then the pump could potentially, so we're looking at the near time, right? So we're saying, okay, what happens if we did have a pump? Well, this is quite awesome. So I think this is, yeah, this is awesome. So on a pump, it seems like we're going to test the 35,999, so almost close to 36. So if we did have a pump for whatever reason, then this would be the level that we'd be looking at, right? So I hope this kind of makes sense to you, what I'm trying to show you here. So again, I want to show you on the Ethereum as well, something else as well, because I actually did realize I didn't show you the Ethereum. So you see on this Ethereum, we've got it on the hourly, right? Just want to show you something. Now, this is one thing I kind of missed out. So let me bring you to a 4-hourly higher time frame so we can see more data, right? On the Ethereum, it's pretty much the same thing. So if on the Ethereum, we ended up having a dump from where we are right now, and let's just keep this red and make it white just to show you. So if we did have a dump, then we could potentially see a very, very volatile move, which will, right, and this is no joke, which will bring us to the bottom of this channel. You see this particular channel here that we've been getting. So we've been following these multiple channels. So there's a channel here as well. So you see there's a channel here, there's a channel here. And what we're seeing is currently we're holding on this channel, which we should have a rebound, and the rebound should take us back up again, right? And if we did have a rebound and we wanted to go back up again, then we need to see the, one second, we can see the total, what price we would be looking at. So if we did see that, we would be seeing a bounce back to 2,442, bang on the dot, right, on the fibs. If we didn't, then as you can see, we're going to re-enter this channel here, which is a bearish channel, and we might come down as low as 1,839. So just understand where we are right now. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you. So this is yeah, quite awesome, quite fascinating to see. And this channel here is what we're actually bouncing on right now. So far, this is bullish. By the way, this is very bullish. If we enter here, even more bullish. This is medium bullish. This is bearish, right? So far, we're staying in the bullish section, which I'm really, really happy about. Right, so we're actually in the bullish area, which is very good. Well, medium bullish, right? I wouldn't say complete bullish, but that's where we are right now. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But yeah, follow this. BTC is king, obviously, and obviously total market cap is another thing we need to always keep an eye on, right? Total market cap is very, very important, as you can see. So you know, we might see another test around here. Again, if we're looking at the total market cap, we do the same method. We use the same method. We say, okay, this was the high, this was the low. We use the same method and we say, how far can we go down? It brings us close to that 1.2, as you can see, bang on the dot, exactly as the fibs told us. And then if we use the same method to say, okay, where we are now, we are here, we can see that we will enter this zone. if we did have a bullish trend reversal, we are going to see this 1.2, so 1.5 is exactly where we're going to come and find the problem. So that's how you sometimes we can use alternative methods. We don't really need Fibonacci's. This is funny. So this is the bottom, actually. This is correct. So here, we don't even need the Fibonacci to actually do our maths. We can actually manually do it. So remember when I sometimes show you, say, for example, let me try and get you a chart. Right. Again, so let's use this chart, for example. So sometimes I'll be here and let me get rid of all of this. Right, so we're in a BTC chart, we're in a 4-hourly, we can move it to daily or whatever we want. So from here, we can just use simple trend lines. All right, let's change this. Right, so we can use simple trend lines to actually calculate what the trend is. So this, for example, would be a medium trend line. So we can use that as a median trend line, saying it cuts through and comes to where it is right now. We can use a shorter time frame. So this would be a micro trend. We can use a micro trend here, right? We can use even more longer time frame. So we can say, okay, here we've got a multi-time frame. So let's see what this is telling us. So let's put this here. Okay, so this would be a major trend line, a median trend line. This is a micro trend line. We can use all of these data. So there are multiple ways of doing this, just to figure out what's going on. Also, we can use our baselines to see, okay, what would be our baseline? So if we use the baseline, this would be our baseline. And from this baseline, so let me use a different one. Let me use this one here. So if I use this, we can actually start finding our patterns within these zones, right? And then if we wanted to start to draw our patterns, we can say, right, we've got a triangle here, right? So we've got a lovely triangle here. We can draw this. We can draw another zone here and say, well, this is our higher time frame, our lower time frame. This is our range. Okay, so we can see this, and then we can see bullish is actually forming here, which is a micro trend, and doing this. So we can do a bullish trend, which was originally here, and I'll show you what I mean by that, and currently here, right? So what we're seeing here is that we had this level here where we had our trend line, and then the trend line broke. So this would be our top of the trend line. It broke. Currently we are here, and this is how we basically work out where we are currently and what kind of a traffic zone we're in. So now we know that we will see bounces within this area until we break out of this area. So I just kind of showed you how my system works, and mathematically I've never had a problem with it. Okay, because I can use certain maths on it. So for example, if I was to use this and say put this here, right, and say, right, what's my low going to be? So obviously it would show me a low, right? If I bring this down and say, okay, this was my low, how low would I be? So for example, let me show you. So I would use it from here and I say, what would be my low be? And you can see the low would be here. If I was to turn around and say, okay, what would be my high from this low? And I can put it here and I can see my high is going to hit that 42,000, where we are actually currently having some problems with the traffic. So again, if I wanted to quickly go in and say, right, I want to now get some more confluence, right? Right, and I say I want some more confluence. I want to know basically if the data is telling me what I need to know. Right. Hold on one second. Okay, I see what's going on. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's activate this. And by the way, as you can see, I'm not even using the paid version. I'm just using the free version. So I'll just show you. All right, so we've activated this, and now remember we said here we wanted to calculate where the traffic would be, and you can see the traffic is exactly in this particular zone. So let's get rid of this for now just to show you what I mean. So you see, so by calculating the distance from here to here, we were able to see exactly where this top would have been. So now we know that top would have been here, right? And this is how we use basic maths to calculate the highs and the lows and the probabilities without actually using any indicator. I've just activated this just to show you that we don't really need indicators to find these levels and zones, right? And when we're looking at, for example, areas like this, we don't even need this, right? So we can just switch this off, for example. And if I wanted to look for my traffic zones, then I can easily just draw something like this, right? Traffic here, I can see, right? I can put some more traffic around here. So for example, show you. So we've got lovely traffic around this zone here. We can put that here. All right. What else we got? We've got some more traffic around here. So for example, there's some lovely traffic around here. We can use this area as a traffic zone. And then if I activate my CLC, you can see that exactly around these levels, resistance, support, right? Look, resistance, resistance. You see what I mean? So just with basic maths, basic maths, we can see exactly where all the problems will be without using anything fancy. We don't need fancy indicators to actually work this out. So I've just did it for you on live. Hope this kind of helps you guys, and you can see how all of this works. Also remember, when I'm using certain indicators, one second, sorry. When I'm using certain indicators, you remember I'm using this to understand when to buy, when to sell. So in this particular occasion, I'm using the RSI and I'm seeing, okay, what's the RSI saying? It's low. What's the money flow saying? It's very low. So right now, this is a particular indicator showing it's a good time to buy, but it's also telling us right now, there's no money in the market. Money is leaving the market. Money started leaving the market, right? So this you could use as a bullish signal or as a bearish signal. When you see money leaving the market, technically it's kind of bearish. Okay. And when you see the RSI being low, you know that there's a less interaction in the market, right? Doesn't make any sense. So I would personally, when I see a green signal like this, either buy to hold or I would just see what the market does, because this is bearish. You understand? So when you got to be able to translate certain certain indicators and see what's going on. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's bring this back again. All right. So here, if you're looking at the stochastic RSI, oversold, but the blues moved up. Now the blues saying to us basically we need to get back up. So it's a signal for the bulls to re-enter, start buying. So this is a bullish divergence in a bearish situation. Do you see what that means, right? So the signal saying too many people sold, took their profits, whatnot. Markets got no volume, nothing whatsoever. You need to know what's going on, So that's what we're looking at. And we say, okay, now where we are, we need to start buying. So all of these signals are people are reacting to, as you can see here on the candle, right? You can see on the candle that these two signals right now, this bullish divergence here, which is the blue line moving up, this area here, which is completely sold out, RSI on the flip side again, is reflecting here, right? So that's what we see, and we see, okay, if this is the situation, then we need to take a shorter time frame and say, okay, so we're on the 4-hourly, so let's play on the 4-hourly and say, right, if this is the case, what's the situation? What can we expect, all right, on the short term? So this is the worst case or the best case scenario, right? We come here and we say, let's get rid of this. We say, right now, what is it we can expect? Well, so far, this is showing me we're going to find resistance here. And then we need to re-enter here in order for the market to start moving back up again. All right. So short term, as you can see, this would be, so let's see. So this would be by the day's close. So by day's close, if we come here and we close a candle here, right, which is higher than this, we're fine. So far, we've got 2 higher highs, but then we had 3 lower lows. So this is the last 12 hours where you can see very bearish. We need to get higher highs and move one high above this, which would be here by 1 a.m. today in the UK. So yeah, other than that, I'm hoping this video was valuable. This is one of technically my first public live stream, because I haven't done a public live stream before. So I'm hoping kind of helpful, and you guys got to see what I was actually doing. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, so yeah, just hope it was all valuable and helpful for you guys. All right. So adios, my amigos. I'll see you on another one. Adios, amigos.